Thanks, Brian. Tonight, Carson Strong, who leads the Mountain West Conference in just about every meaningful passing statistic, will lead the Wolfpack onto their home field where they play host to Jake Haener and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Haener averaging almost 300 yards per game through the air, second in the conference in passing efficiency. It's two teams that need to win to stay alive in the Mountain West Conference race. Nevada at 5-1, Fresno State at 3-1. Each of them knows a loss eliminates them from a possible berth in the Mountain West Conference championship game. Tonight, these two go toe-to-toe in Reno, Nevada at Mackey Stadium. It's Fresno State and the University of Nevada. With Ron Johnson, I'm Anthony LaPanta. We are going to see outstanding quarterback play on each side, but they are not the only offensive stars we'll see here tonight. Romeo Doubs might be the league's best receiver.
Yeah, and he's built on explosive plays. They're going to want to get him the ball early and often. We know last time he didn't get the ball, and he wants it, so the coaches can try to do it.
Doubs coming off a game against Hawaii where he had only one catch. They will find a way to get the football in his hands tonight. On the other side, Ron Rivers might be the most talented running back in the Mountain West.
Yeah, and this kid is 35% of the offensive production, so they're going to move him around. Coach wouldn't really tell us where, but he did say pay attention. He'll be in the slot, he'll be out wide, he'll be in the backfield in a number of spots. They want to utilize this kid as much as possible. They said he's one of the best running backs he's seen in his life, and so we'll get a chance to see it tonight.
Rivers has scored at least one touchdown in 12 consecutive games. He will be the focus, no doubt, for the Nevada defense tonight as they try to slow this Fresno State offense down. Nevada trying to earn a spot in the Mountain West title game for the first time in school history. They know they're in if they win their last two games. Fresno State, on the other hand, needs 2 wins and help. But both teams know they're out if they fall here tonight, so it is literally a must-win game for each of these teams. Kalen DeBoer, first season as the head coach at Fresno State. He was their offensive coordinator in 2017 and 2018 before leaving to take that same post at Indiana last year. He's got this team playing good football, but they've just had 2 weeks in a row off because of COVID issues within the program. He's worried about some rust here tonight.
Yeah, and also getting guys back. I mean, when you have rust and you have to get it off, also injuries. So guys aren't able to work through the injuries because, I mean, honestly, with COVID, you have to just leave. You can't do anything. So just getting the guys back out here, I think they're happy to have football. Every game these kids get to play this year is a blessing because oftentimes, as we've seen, game after game after game is getting canceled by so many other schools across the country.
Fresno State has the lead in the all-time series between the teams, 29-21-1. Nevada has won 4 of the last 5, including a dramatic win last year when they came from 2 touchdowns down to beat the Bulldogs 35-28 in the final seconds of the game. Nevada will get the football first here tonight. Fresno State to kick it away. Had some changes in their special teams because of injury. Nevada with a couple of dangerous kick return men. That's Jamal Bell. He's been their best this year, averaging better than 20 yards per return. And we are underway from Reno. They kick it away from Bell. And instead, this is Stovall who takes it out to the 30-yard line. And Nevada will start there. Carson Strong comes into this game with 16 touchdown passes, only 2 interceptions. He leads the Mountain West in completion percentage, passing yards, and passing touchdowns.
Yeah, and what you see from Carson Strong, he is going to want to go vertical. They're going to test these defensive backs, but we know that Fresno State, what they want to do is keep these receivers in front of them on 1st and 2nd down so that they have a manageable 3rd down to deal with.
Empty backfield for Strong on this first offensive play, and you see they already moved Doubs, get him the ball on the swing, and Doubs has about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down 6. He's one of the players to watch for certain on this Nevada offense.
Yeah, and having 1 catch last week, now he's already accomplished what he did last week in the first play. They said they're going to go to him at least 7 to 8 times in the first 15 plays. They want to get him going. But then also Tyler Orsini at center. He's a kid that's going to have to make the checks, make the calls, and when Fresno's defense moves around, as you see a little bit here, he's going to change the mic and make sure the quarterback and him are on the same page. And then defensively, you look at LaVelle Bailey and you look at Kevin Atkins. Those are 2 guys that are going to want to go after the quarterback. And we know the Husky position for Lavelle Bailey is one of the most important positions on the field for Fresno State.
Tawa takes this one off the left side, and he's tripped up a couple of yards short of the first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 2 for Nevada.
And we know every team wants to force them. They want to give them looks so that they have to run the ball. They want to make that box count for Carson Strong look good so that he's willing to just run the ball. If they get a favorable matchup, he is going to take a shot, because we know last week, like we said, Romeo Doubs, 1 catch. That's not good enough when you're the best receiver on the team.
Again, an empty backfield for Strong on this 3rd down and short for Nevada. Strong looks, throws underneath. It's caught by Doubs. He has room to run. He's across midfield. And a first down at the Fresno State 36-yard line. 2nd catch of this opening possession for Romeo Doubs.
And that's a call play for Romeo Doubs. I mean, if you watch coming from the other side, just running a shallow route, everybody ran a go. And you'll see the tight end at the bottom of the field. I mean, yes, he's running a go, but he's not really running it. He's running it to clear out, because Romeo Doubs one-on-one underneath with a linebacker. I'm taking that matchup 10 times out of 10.
5 wides once more for Carson Strong and the Wolfpack. Into Fresno State territory on this first offensive series of the game. Nevada averages over 330 yards a game through the air. That's the best in the Mountain West Conference. This one's caught by Stovall. Waylon Free on the coverage for Fresno State. It's going to be 2nd down and about 5.
And it's just a quick out, and the quarterback gets his ball out of his hands quick. If he doesn't, if he's late on that, that's a pick. But what you're going to see now, he knows that that outside cornerback, it wants to jump the out route. So later in the game, you'll see him pump that out and then throw the deep ball.
Tight set this time. Toa Tawa, the single set. He tries to take it off the right side, and he's tripped up in the backfield. Lavelle Bailey was the first man there for Fresno State, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for Nevada.
And that's just an outside run. Here's the zone. You see the double team on the outside, but the defender does a great job getting and slicing underneath to beat the block. If they make that block, that double team was sealed. He probably still running at this moment if he actually can hold that inside block.
Again, an empty set for Strong. One of the strengths of the Fresno defense is their ability to get pressure with the front 4. They come with 4 on 3rd and 6. Strong goes long down the left sideline, and it is out of bounds and incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down, and an interesting decision now. It appears Nevada will send down the kicking team.
Yeah, and the receiver does a good job pressing, but right there, he's opening up his shoulders too much, and just the defensive back walls him off to the sideline. That's a great job by the DB, but the receiver has to give Carson more room. When he releases, if he would have pressed that shoulder and stayed on the top of the bottom of the numbers, that gives Carson about 7 yards to work with. By widening all the way, that sideline becomes a 2nd defender.
49-yard field goal attempt for Silva. It's on the way, and it is good. His longest field goal of the season, and Nevada is on the board first.
Media timeout.
49-yard field goal has Nevada on the scoreboard. It's 3-zip Wolfpack. Brandon Talton has now made 13 out of 14 field goals this season. The last, his longest. This one came from 49 yards away, and Nevada has a 3-0 lead, cashing in on their opening offensive possession of the night. Now Diaz to kick it away for Nevada. Jalen Cropper waiting, and he takes it from the 1. Cropper has a small seam. He's out over the 20 to about the 23-yard line, and that is where Fresno State will start, led by the quarterback Jake Haener in his first season as the starting quarterback for Fresno State. He's been very good, averaging almost 300 yards a game.
Yeah, and the coaches said it's night and day compared to his growth right now, how he looks, how he's getting the ball out of his hands quicker. But what you'll see is his conversation with the sideline. He's going to be able to check, but sometimes they're going to want to make sure they put him in the right play.
Ronnie Rivers is the running back, set to his left. And on first down, Haener wants to throw. Nowhere to go with the football, so he'll run it and dive forward for a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Ronnie Rivers is one of the players to watch for certain on this Fresno State offense.
Yeah, Jalen Cropper, you'll see him in the slot. But, yeah, Ronnie Rivers, they're going to line him up everywhere. We saw him in the backfield on that one to the left. Now he's in the backfield to the right off the quarterback. And they want to make sure they can find numerous ways to give him the ball.
Unbalanced set with 4 receivers to the left side. Haener sprints out that way. Throws downfield, and it is caught for 1st down yardage. Eric Brooks on the reception, and it'll be a 1st down for Fresno State out across the 35-yard line.
And that's a good accurate throw by Jake Haener. Rolling to your left and throwing when you're a right-handed quarterback is not an easy task. And he actually delivered not only a good ball, but a ball in the spot where the receiver could actually go down, make a catch without having to reach behind him.
Nevada mixed up in personnel. They do get a player off just in time. 2 receivers to either side for Haener. Gives inside to Rivers. His first carry of the game, and he finds his way out for about 3. Bringing up 2nd down and 7. Rivers coming into this game just 1 touchdown away from the school record for touchdowns in his career.
Yeah, and I have a feeling he's going to get it tonight. But if you look at that offensive line, they're doing a good job with the zone run scheme. They're all working together, poetry in motion, and here goes the check. The coach is giving him a look that he sees based off of Nevada's line.
3 receivers to the right. Rivers set that way. Haener play action, wants to throw. Has some time, throws downfield, and it is caught. It'll be a 1st down. Jalen Cropper on the receiving end, and that's not a surprise. In Cropper's last game, he had 10 catches for 202 yards and 3 touchdowns against Utah State.
Yeah, look at that pocket. I mean, the offensive line, he has time. This was a long developing play. You saw the outside left receiver had a deep go, and he had to affect that safety, and then you have a deep over by Cropper. Quarterback has time, and then he delivers a strike.
Haener swings it to Rivers. Rivers has some room. He's inside the 30 and down close to the 25-yard line.
And he delivered a blow. I mean, he lowered his helmet, and that's when you got to bring the big boy pants. Because, I mean, you'll see this at the end. This is an extended handoff. That's all this is. It's another way to run toss sweep, and they got him the ball in space. But at the end of that run, I mean, he delivered a blow.
Cropper with another catch here, knocked out of bounds by Henley. Here's another look at the previous play.
We'll see it here. 38 takes the blunt of that. I mean, you either got to be the hammer or the nail, and he definitely got nailed on that one.
Big 3rd down here for Fresno State. 3rd and 1. Nevada's defense was unable to get off the field on key 3rd downs last week. Hawaii converted 9 of 14 in an upset win against the Wolfpack. Rivers dancing through the middle, inside the 15, inside the 10, and it'll be 1st and goal to go for Fresno State on the carry by Ronnie Rivers.
If the ref gets out the way, that's a touchdown. I mean, that's a zone scheme to the right. He felt it. So when they say when you have to feel that backside defender, he felt that he had to cut back, and that was an absolute lane. You'll see it here. He's reading front side, and then that field guy, 98 Hammond, was his field guy. He was not able to close. Rivers cuts it up. If the ref isn't there, he's going to the right, and he's going to score.
Haener under center this time with Rivers deep behind him. They give it off to Kelly, and Kelly is in for the touchdown, and Fresno State answers the Nevada field goal with a very efficient touchdown drive. Josh Kelly for the score. He had his first career touchdown as a receiver last game. Here he has his first rushing score.
Yeah, a little jet sweep action, and it happened so fast, Nevada couldn't react to it. And what the coach did say, this offensive guys are very unselfish. Because if I'm the running back and I got you down there and I'm Rivers, I'm like, Coach, we're in the red zone. Come on now, you got to give me the ball.
Extra point attempt is good, and Fresno State answers the Nevada field goal. The Bulldogs idle for a couple of weeks. Don't look rusty on this drive. 7-3 Fresno State. The biggest little city in the world. Welcome back to Reno, where Fresno State has answered a Nevada field goal with a touchdown drive, capped by Josh Kelly's touchdown run, his second collegiate score. And the Bulldogs, who haven't played either of the last 2 weekends. The last time out was an impressive win against Utah State, their 3rd consecutive win, but then they had to shut it down for 2 weeks. Very good start for the visitors here tonight. Kick is away, and it takes a Fresno State bounce. Fielded by Bell, and he dances his way out across the 20. Strong looking for Doubs. He goes long for Doubs on the corner route, and it's just off of his fingertips, incomplete.
And over the Aquafina. They got to move those signs.
Just had a feeling this was going to be one of those spots where Strong looked to Doubs to make a big play. After the botched punt attempt for Fresno State gave Nevada the ball in plus territory.
Yeah, and that's Carson Strong just holding the ball a little bit too long. He's got to throw it on his 5th step. He hitches right there, and it's late. On that 5th step, if he just stops and drives the ball, he has to throw the ball before Romeo Doubs is open. You throw him to the spot. You don't wait for him to break. And here's another design Romeo Doubs play.
And Doubs has some room to run. He's inside the 10-yard line before he's dragged down at the 5. A touchdown saving tackle for Deontay Perry.
Again, they say in their first 18 plays, they said they have about 7 to 8 that are guaranteed to go to Doubs. And that's one of them. He had a short motion from the outside about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So I don't know why Fresno State's defense of cornerbacks did not understand he's getting the ball. Like, there's no reason to do what he just did unless he's getting the ball. And they all kind of stood there.
1st and goal for Nevada at the 5-yard line.
So now you'll see this is the defense, the package he called their magic package.
Strong had some time, nobody open, scrambles, throws, and it is incomplete. Caught out of bounds by Turner.
And what you saw, they have 2 defensive packages on passing downs and in the red zone where they're trying to get pressure. One's magic, one's elephant. And elephant, you kind of see guys out wide. Magic, you have guys twisting on the inside, and they got pressure.
Good coverage by Deontay Perry, who had made the touchdown saving tackle on the previous snap.
And I'm surprised the tight end couldn't come down with that one.
2nd down, goal from the 5. Strong looking, throws, and this one is caught for the touchdown. This time Turner makes the catch.
Made up for it. And so Cole Turner, he's a former, you have to understand, he played receiver for 2 years. And then this year they moved him to tight end and said, put some weight on and you're going to go to tight end. And I asked the coaches, are you going to put him out wide in the red zone? And they say yes, and there you have it. One-on-one, you have to decide, do we put a linebacker on him or a cornerback? Well, they go with Lux, and he's too small. And that's like Gronkowski. That's, you know, you see a lot of tight ends now in the NFL doing this where they put their athletic, bigger tight end on the outside and force you to choose who's going to cover him.
3rd consecutive game with a touchdown catch for Cole Turner. And the extra point puts Nevada in front by 3. The Wolfpack take advantage of the miscue on the punt for Fresno State that gave them the ball at the 40-yard line. Couple plays later, Strong hits Turner. 10-7 Nevada in a must-win game for both clubs. 3 roommates figuring in that Nevada scoring drive. The quarterback Carson Strong hit Romeo Doubs to get him down inside the 10 and then hit Cole Turner for the touchdown. These 3 tremendous friends found a way to stay connected and get out on the football field even during the shutdown prior to the start of the season.
Yeah, coach said that Carson reached out and he was hanging out with Doubs and hanging out with Cole Turner and just trying to get better on their own because they could not get together as a team. And so now it's paying off on the field. You see the fade route to his tight end, and the tight end does a great job of keeping the defender at bay. And Carson Strong throws a great back shoulder fade to his big guy. And now they're starting to get it going. And so now Carson has a feeling the deep ball is not going to be there right away, but 35 yards from Romeo Doubs. Fresno State's defense has allowed 23 plays of 20-plus yards this season, and there's the first one tonight.
Turner had just 6 catches in 2 years as a wide receiver. Now 36 this year as a tight end. Haener drops back to throw. Shoots it over the middle, and it's incomplete.
See, and now those tight throws, that catch, that hits your hands. You got to catch it, young fella. Cropper is going to want that back. And you'll see here, the quarterback eyes him up. He throws it before he gets and crosses. So, I mean, that's a perfect throw. The ball was thrown, and the receiver, Cropper, was 2 yards to the right of the defender and then crossed his face, and the ball hit him in the chest.
Play action, and it's batted away, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Sam Hammond got a big paw on that one, and Haener and the Bulldogs staring at a 3rd and 10.
And here you go with the substitutions. Now you're going to get the Nevada pressure. They want this now. They know they have to throw, and now he can get creative with some of his blitzes. You'll see their mug package is what they call theirs, and so they're going to mug the A-gap. They're going to have guys at the line of scrimmage in the box, and they're going to try to confuse the center. And now this is where Jake Haener has to understand where pressure's coming from.
He calls Rivers back into the backfield. Nevada showing pressure. They're coming with only 4. Haener with some time. Still looking, throws, and it is incomplete. It will bring up a 4th down and 10 for Fresno State, and they'll be forced to punt it away. And remember, the last punt resulted in a botched play that gave Nevada great field position.
Yeah, Carson King is the backup punter, and so their starting punter isn't playing today, and so now you got a backup punter in there who hasn't had a ton of snaps.
Again, Nevada coming after it, and they got it again. Nevada will take over at the Fresno State 21-yard line. Fresno State talking about the rust after being away for a couple of weeks. We didn't see that on the offense, but we've seen the changes on the special teams play a big part in this game.
That's on Carson King, though. He's got to speed up when he sees pressure. He's holding the ball too long, and that's why coach is talking to him. It's got to be 1-2 kick. It's 1-2, and it's kind of like that slow, delay, long-legged kick. You've got to just try to punt it out of there, knowing they're coming. There's nobody else back there but the punt returner, so he's most likely going to either fair catch it or try to get what he can get and go down. You do not need to try to boom a kick at this point when you see 9 to 10 guys at the line of scrimmage coming after it. They know that's a backup punter, so they're going to continue to show him pressure looks to freak him out and scare him into doing that, which is make mistakes.
Trevor Price was the Wolfpack rusher that got a hand on that punt. And for the second time, Nevada with outstanding field position. Toatawa sidesteps one, sidesteps another. He's inside the 10, and it'll be 1st and goal, Nevada at the 9.
You can't teach that. I mean, for the kids out there that play PlayStation, I mean, that's the R2, R1, whatever that is. You'll see it, though, right here. He comes out of that after contact, and then, right there, got him. And that's what you're getting out of this kid. His brother is his coach. And so he has to be extremely proud of his little brother right now.
His brother's a Hall of Famer at the University of Nevada. 1st and goal, Nevada at the 2. Strong wants to go back to the same matchup, and he got him again. Touchdown for Cole Turner, his 2nd of the game, and the Wolfpack stretched the lead to 16-7.
So what you saw early was Braylon Lux. He's 5'11", so then they switch it up and go Chris Gaston, who's 6'2". It doesn't matter. You need to find somebody 6'5", because this kid is big, he's tall, he played receiver, so you see his ball skills. Unlike some unathletic tight ends, this kid knows how to run routes because he played receiver for 2 years, and he's a weapon. I mean, I know there's NFL scouts right now watching this kid like, man, if we can get him in the 3rd and 4th round at some point, he can help our team out.
Extra point makes it 17-7 Nevada. Back-to-back possessions with a botched play on special teams, and then Strong to Turner to make him pay. 10-point lead for Nevada. Two touchdown catches for Cole Turner. Number 5 and 6 on the season for the big tight end. And Nevada with 14 unanswered points, now leading at 17-7. Cropper will let this one sail into the end zone. Rivers takes it off the left side, breaks one tackle, crosses the 30, and he'll put him in second and short after a 6-yard carry. Toure on the tackle for Nevada.
And looking at second and short, I mean, this third down or the second down play, you really just want to get in the third and short. So he does not want to lose yards here.
Second and long. Haener play action. Has plenty of time. Throws for Rivers, and it's caught. He's run out of bounds by Swint. It'll be third down and about 7.
And what you saw in that motion there, the corner bumped out, the safety went back to show cover 2, and then they just played 2-man underneath. He was trying to get it to his running back. He wanted that deep shot, but he's taking what the defense gives him.
Fresno State trying to pick up the tempo. Nevada coming out of blitz. Haener picks it up, hits Pope, first down into Nevada territory at the 45-yard line.
That was a great job by, I mean, if you look at Alex Akeem-Bulu, he's starting tonight for Dante Bull, who's not playing left tackle. And when you saw the late pressure, you see all the guys still pick up their guy. It was a late delayed blitz, and then that gave the quarterback time. They are going to have to give him time because whenever he's flustered or moving or his feet get happy, he starts to see things that aren't there.
Haener hustled him to the line, but now takes his time. Drops to throw against a 4-man rush. Zips it out where it's caught by Wheatfall, and he's going to be close to, if not good for another first down. Jordan Lee makes the tackle, and they'll move the chains. First down, Fresno State.
And this is their tempo package. What they're doing is they're having the loose huddle. The linemen are getting to the line. They're making their changes, but the receivers are just staying out. Now their calls are coming from the sideline, and then the quarterback and the running back and the center are going to worry about the protections. He's pointing out his mic, and then from there he's going to create the play.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs. Haener looks, throws, dropped by Cropper. It'll be second down and 10.
He turned upfield before he had it. He wanted to make a move, but he's got to catch it first. You got to eat up some of these yards to get that second down and manageable third down and short. If you end up in third and long, now Nevada has you because they can blitz.
Seen this unbalanced set before. They'll keep it on the ground this time and get them into third and medium, but not probably where they'd like to be. Sherrod on the carry in place of Rivers on the final play of the first quarter. Fresno State driving, but so far the story has been Carson strong to Cole Turner. It's 17-7 Nevada after one quarter in Reno. Wolfpack 17, the Bulldogs 7 after a quarter in Reno. Fresno State starts the second quarter in the midst of an impressive drive, but facing a third and long at the Nevada 30. Haener drops to throw. Forced to run. He has some room. He has a first down inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Haener is dangerous with his feet. He's rushed effectively a couple of times already in this game, but we've also seen him extend plays leaving the pocket.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if he Daniel Jones this thing or if he was trying to go down because he didn't want to get hit. Because if he sticks that left foot in the ground and it goes right, I don't know. He might have failed, but if he goes right, he scores. It's him one-on-one with the safety. You gotta give him a little shimmy or something. Like, you can't just fall.
Again, the heavy package for Fresno State. Haener gives it to Rivers, and he weaves his way down for a couple. It'll be second and goal from the 3. Lawson Hall is on the tackle for Nevada.
When you go heavy, it's just you're saying my guys are bigger than your guys, and it's who wants it more. That's all this is. We do this situation in practice every single week. They go goal line, they go big, and it's who wants it. That's it.
Haener fakes to Rivers, rolls, looks, and has to throw it away. And now it'll be third and goal at the 3. And with the state of the special teams, you almost figure this to be 4-down territory for Fresno State, even though a field goal would essentially be from extra point distance.
Yes, that's what the coaches get paid for. He's got to make that decision, and it's going to come from the head coach. He said most of these decisions to go for it. it's in his mind. They're in the headset right now talking, probably saying if we get to the goal line, we probably have to go for it.
3rd and goal from the 3. Pressure from Nevada. The throw is knocked away. It was intended for Cropper, and the coverage by Jordan Lee disrupted. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 3-yard line.
And the quarterback stand on the field. It looks like they're going for it, but Cropper's got to make this catch. They hit him in the face. If that was a spear, he might have got stabbed in the throat. He's got to be able to catch it. That's just a perfect ball put where only he could catch it, and he drops it. And the coach knows it. He's saying it like we had the perfect play drawn up.
Now it's 4th and goal from the 3. Haener steps back, has some pressure up the middle. He wants to run, dives for the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown, Fresno State.
It's just a player making a play on a big-time stage. He knows his team needs the win. If they want to go on and play in the championship, they have to win tonight. You brought it up earlier. He can make plays with his feet. This is just him making a play with his feet.
Watch it again, and does the ball get to the pylon before the right knee lands on the sideline? It's going to be very close.
It's just the tip of the ball has to break the plane. Oh, he stutter stepped.
And he still banged it right down the middle. A low snap, a good hold, and Magdalena bangs it through after Jake Haener dives in on a 4th down play to get Fresno State back within a field goal. It's 17-14. Jake Haener with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. And Fresno State is back within a field goal. An impressive 16-play, 75-yard drive to answer the 2nd Cole Turner touchdown for Nevada. Nevada looks like they'll get good field position once more. In fact, they'll have great field position all the way out at the 40-yard line. Imani Johnson on the return. Draw play for Taua, and nothing doing. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and about 12 for Nevada. Their last 3 drives have had outstanding starting position. This is the worst of the 3 at their own 40-yard line.
And if you saw Aaron Mosby on that tackle, it looks like he was shot out of a cannon. And it's good to see him back because they said he had been nursing some injuries, and so they're kind of working him back into this as well. And you know when you're working back in, the biggest issue is your wind.
Fresno State rushes 4. Strong steps up, throws underneath for Doubs. He breaks 1 tackle, coming all the way back across the field. And Doubs does a lot of running for a short gain, knocked out of bounds by Houston rather, after a gain of about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Now these are the spots to watch Fresno State's defensive line. They lead NCAA in sacks per game. They average 5 per game.
And the biggest is they do a lot of twists. You're going to see some games with the D tackle and the D end. You're going to see them twist, and that's how they get home. They're hoping that one guy misses and the other guy goes free.
Empty backfield for Strong on 3rd down and 9.
And there's that twist game right there.
He throws and it's caught. It will be close to but short of the 1st down. Reggie Strong makes the immediate tackle on Melquan Stovall, and it'll be 4th down and 1 for Nevada.
And watch Gardner. He does a good job understanding which guy to take. He had the DN lined up over him, but he automatically knew the D tackle came to him, so he's going to take him, and then the guard is going to take the twist. And between him and Jermaine Ledbetter, both team captains, both leaders, they're doing a good job.
Carson Strong on the sideline here. Bit of a wildcat set for Nevada on 4th down and 1. The snap goes directly to Lee, and he has a big lane up the right side. Devontae Lee inside the 20 and all the way down to the 18-yard line before Lux makes the tackle. And Nevada converts in a huge way on 4th and 1.
Yeah, and you'll see here in this Wildcat, he does a good job of bouncing it. That's a great block by the lead blocker. And then the receiver downfield. I love when receivers can help out and get into the run game because you don't get too many opportunities to hit a defensive back. But, you know, Lux did deliver a blow at the end of this to Lee. I mean, he got under that shoulder pad and sent him flying, but not before he had a big game.
First carry of the game for Devontae Lee goes for 33 yards and a first down on 4th and 1. It's a 1st and 10 for Nevada. Strong steps up in the pocket, throws down the middle, and it's incomplete. Turner ran out of room at the back of the end zone. Coverage by Devontae Perry.
I just noticed how close these back end lines are. I mean, he's going to the tight end, we know, up the middle, but look how close the fence is. Like, I know before in the play on the going the other way, you had the other receiver hit the wall and almost get hurt. They might need to think about redoing that a little bit and pushing that back. Seems a little dangerous.
2nd and 10 for Nevada. Doubs in motion. Strong slings it down the middle, and it is caught for the touchdown.
That's a perfect call on that coverage. When you have a guy sitting back in quarters, you can't stop a post route. And then you affect the middle of the field safety with the over route. So that's just a perfect play call, perfect throw, and the receiver makes a great catch in the back of the end zone.
Torrey Horton, a Fresno native on the receiving end here. His first catch of the game, his 3rd touchdown catch of the season.
Yeah, he ran the post and Stovall ran the over, and then you had the underneath affecting the backside safety. So both safeties were taken out of that, and then you have the DB basically playing a deep third outside leverage coverage on a post. So he's in the worst position.
And for the second time, Nevada has stretched the lead to 10. It's 24-14 for the Wolfpack on Carson Strong's 3rd touchdown pass of the game. Matthew Killam to kick it for Nevada. Line drive. Ooh, and
I would have ran that a little bit.
It's going to be back at the 11-yard line. Looked like Jalen Cropper was waiting for the big hop, and instead it's fielded by the up back Cam Laminuzzi, and he just takes a knee. On the delay, Toure makes the tackle on Rivers in the backfield. It's going to be 2nd down and 12 for Fresno State.
And they're down 10, so now 2nd and long, they're going to have to come up with a way. I mean, they have to get some points. You got 9 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. If you allow Nevada to get the ball back with this much time, there's no doubt in my mind that they can't get 31 before half.
Haener play action, throws, and he overshot Cropper, who was wide open. A flag flies late, but Cropper on a bit of a busted coverage had Kristen Swint beaten by 4 or 5 steps.
So when you have a chance, that guy could still be running.
His decline brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and so because of the RPO, the offensive lineman thought run because the quarterback held the ball, and he was down the field a little bit too much. But yeah, that's a wide open throw. Yeah, 66 is too far down the field trying to block the end, or 59, sorry.
So now it's 3rd down and 12 after Nevada declines the penalty.
And that's the problem with the RPO. If your offensive line is not sound, they're going to end up in the wrong spot.
Nevada showing pressure. They're not coming. Haener steps up, dumps it underneath for Rivers. Rivers out across the 20, and he has 1st down yardage to the 24-yard line before Henley makes the tackle for Nevada. A big conversion for Fresno State.
And you saw Jake Haener was looking at the bunch set. He wanted to go to the bunch. They ran a star route. Nobody was open. Great coverage by the defense. And he took what the defense gave him. But what you're doing is you're giving it to your best weapon. Ronnie Rivers is your best weapon. Get the ball in his hands in space, and he can make things like that happen.
4 catches for Rivers. He's also rushed for 37 yards. Empty set this time for Haener on 1st and 10. Throws it out on the near side, caught by Kelly, and he has good yardage on 1st down. It's going to be 2nd down and 5. Jordan Lee on the coverage and the stop for Nevada.
And that was a choice smoke screen. You saw Ronnie Rivers was out to the field. You had the other receiver down to the boundary. Both ran a smoke route. Haener picks.
Blitz coming for Nevada, and the throw, it's caught by Wheatfall, and that's going to be another first down for Fresno State. Tremendous throw by Haener under heavy pressure.
Yeah, Haener's holding his thumb. Looks like he took a hit, fell to the ground, but I mean, to stand in there knowing this hit is coming, that's a big time play because he can feel that. He knew that was coming.
First down for the Bulldogs at the Wolfpack 48-yard line. Rivers tripped up. Loss on the play.
And he does the TikTok dance.
Jordan Lee makes the tackle for Nevada.
Yeah, and Jordan Lee he triggered. He saw his key and he triggered. He knew it was a screen to Rivers. On the bottom, they had the smoke screen. So they're trying to do these extended handoffs. That's all these are. They're quick passes. You should complete that 10 out of 10 times. And it's just another way to get your weapons on the outside. But that was a great play by Jordan Lee, just triggering, knowing I got to beat this block.
Haener fires down the sideline, caught by Pope, who has plenty of room inside the 25 and all the way down to the 22-yard line. Robbins finally knocks him out of bounds, but Zane Pope with a big play, and it's first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, no, they're glad to get this guy back, and he just runs a stutter go, or a hitch and go, and the corner bites. That was a great route and a great throw. He had to throw it in the hole because the safety was coming over the top, and he threw an absolute laser. But yeah, the corner bit on the hitch and go.
3 catches, 56 yards for Pope in his first game of the season. Haener with some time. Now steps up and will run. And he rolls forward inside the 20 at the 19. Inside 2 minutes left, but time shouldn't be a factor right now for Fresno State with all 3 timeouts remaining.
And there you have Ronnie Rivers going out to the wide spot.
Haener throws down the seam, and it is caught for the touchdown. Haener delivers a strike. Wheatfall on the receiving end, and Fresno State is right back in it.
That's either Burdell Robbins' fault or the safety. When you see them out there, when Rivers gets out there late, somebody's not communicating, and Burdell doesn't realize it's his fault. That's his guy. The inside linebacker or safety was going to go out to the flat. Burdell has the first deep guy, so they were in cover 3. You've got the first deep guy. You're playing zone, and he got held up thinking he had man, and he saw Ronnie Rivers out there.
And the extra point off the upright and no good.
I mean, what else can go wrong for this special teams unit? They are doing all they can.
It's 24-20. Nevada at the break. Coming up next, Rob Stone, Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, and Urban Meyer are standing by for the State Farm halftime report. They have highlights from all around college football, including top 10 action, and recap the day in the Pac-12 and the Big 12. Here it's Nevada 20, Fresno State 20 at halftime. Our State Farm halftime report is next. Coming into tonight, these two teams average about 900 yards of offense, over 60 points per game. Not surprising, we see 44 points on the board in the first half. 24-20 in favor of Nevada at the break with Ron Johnson. I'm Anthony LaPant. An exciting first half. We saw some of the conference's best players have big first halves.
Yeah, and what you saw was Carson Strong commanding the field. I wanted to see Cole Turner finally out wide, man to man. You put my big on your guy and figure it out. But the cool thing is that Nevada has benefited from turnovers on punts because 52 plays to 30 plays, Fresno has the advantage. So normally in the time of possession, they're winning by 5 minutes. And normally when that happens, if you tell any coach you're going to run 22 more plays than the other team and have the ball for 5 more minutes, what do you think the scores are going to be? Most coaches will say, well, I'm going to have the lead at halftime. Well, punt. It didn't happen.
It's Fresno State led by Ronnie Rivers, 69 yards on the ground. You mentioned their advantage in plays and possession. If that continues, you like their chances in the second half?
I do, because now I think they've realized, you know what, in certain situations, we're probably not going to punt. If we do punt, our quarterback is probably the best option because he had the best punt of the day. So I think that they figured that formula out, and then probably going for 2. When you look at the score, you're down by 4. Now going for a field goal doesn't do much. You might as well go for 2. You have a better opportunity.
Fresno State will get the football first. Matthew Killam to kick it off for Nevada. Cropper fields at the 3. Breaks one tackle and is out to about the 23-yard line. Fresno State will start there. Kalen DeBoer's team takes over the football down by 4. Rivers takes this first one out for a couple near the 30.
I did not realize Aaron Judge went here. I had no clue. I knew Tay Adams, though. That guy, I mean, he's definitely one of the best NFL wide receivers right now.
Rivers bounces off of a couple of tacklers, and Fresno State is where they need to be right now. 3rd and short. 3rd and 2. Sam Hammond made the tackle there.
Yeah, if you look at their 3rd downs, I mean, they've been pretty efficient. But what's crazy is on 2nd down, they've averaged 8.4 yards to go on 2nd down. So they've got to figure out a way on 1st down, and coach brought that up. How can we get some explosive early 1st down plays? It's normally been Ronnie Rivers, but they've kept him at bay today.
Here Rivers in the Wildcat calls for Cropper in motion. He takes it himself, sidesteps one, and Rivers has room to go.
That was a block. Oh, my goodness.
It's going to come back because of that block. Rivers sprawls in, but we're going to get an illegal block against Fresno State that is going to bring this one back.
He got decapitated. And I guess, yeah, you can't come back and hit low.
Rivers on this play is that I'm not sure Christian Swint had a chance to make this tackle anyway by the time the block was made. He's already in the clear.
Wham! Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he didn't have to go low either. You stand up and you put your hands up in the air just like you do on punt. Instead of blocking somebody in the back, you put your hands up, put your chest on their back, and that's considered a legal face guard or whatever you want to call it.
Block waist on the offense, number 9. 15-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
I mean, I like the effort. He gets a hustle play. He's going to get one of those, big explosive plays. But definitely,
but you don't need the block.
No, because he's not going to catch him. If you want to get in the way, just get in the way. Just stand there and make him, have to get out of your way or run you over.
Bottom line is they lose about a yard because the penalty's enforced from the spot. 15 yards leaves them about where they were before. 3rd and just over 2 from the 34-yard line. This time they go with an empty backfield. Haener calls for a shift. Jordan Mims is his running back after Rivers just ran a 70-yard sprint. Haener flush from the pocket. Still with the football. Now throws downfield, and it's caught by Wheatfall. It's a 1st down into Nevada territory. And Wheatfall fumbles, and it looks like Nevada has it at the 30-yard line. Tyson Williams made the hit. The recovery by Robbins. And what a swing this is.
Fumble recovered by the defense. 1st down, Nevada.
A touchdown called back. A scramble for a 1st down that ends in a fumble.
Yeah, this is going to be a game about turnovers. When they look back at this film, there's about 4 plays they can easily say, if we don't do this, we win this game. And that's just careless. He didn't have to switch the ball into the other hand in traffic like that. You just keep it in the hand it's in and just run. He was a little bit gassed, and that's just being careless and callous with the ball. And coaches hate that. Don't do that in traffic.
Here, Tawa takes it off the right side. Langley makes the stop at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and congrats to Coach Larry Johnson. I played with his son. I played against him when he coached at Penn State. He got his first win today as a head coach. Coach Day couldn't coach today.
2nd down 11. Coming for Nevada. These two teams hoping to keep their hopes alive for a spot in the Mountain West championship game. Strong throws long and overshot Horton. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, they keep going at these corners on the outside with kind of a stop route. It looks like they're basically getting to the sticks, and it looks like a fade stop. And the second progression of that is going to be if the safety is not high enough, he has a receiver up the seam. I'm surprised he hasn't taken a shot because it's still one-on-one with one of your faster receivers on a safety.
Nevada just 3 out of 9 on 3rd downs in the game. 3rd and 11 here. Strong has time, steps up, throws, and it's caught for the first down. Turner lunges forward down to about the 32-yard line, and he has become the go-to guy on 3rd downs in this game. Bailey makes the stop, 5th catch of the game for Cole Turner.
Yeah, look, Bailey, you'll see right there, he slips. So he carries the receiver up the seam, and then his job is to come up in the hook zone, and he slips, so he can't get up there soon enough to break up the pass.
Horton has it on the quick screen. Drags a tackler with him and out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Justin Houston finally forced him across the boundary, but not before he gains 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5.
And the thing to understand about the Husky position for them, too, it's similar to the Lobo that we saw with New Mexico, just on an outside, not an inside move. So he can insert himself and be a 7th man in the box, or he can be in coverage deep, as we've seen him recently covering the tight end.
2nd and 5. Strong with time, throws down the middle, but it was late, and it's intercepted by Lux. Braylon Lux taking it back the other way for Fresno State, and the turnovers continue here tonight in Reno.
And still no cape. But what you saw from Braylon Lux, he set him up. That was just cover 3. He's on the backside. There was nobody threatening his deep 3rd, so he stayed, and he baited the quarterback. The quarterback threw it too far. So if he has an over route from the opposite hash, you don't need to take it all the way across. You kind of want to take it high towards the goalpost.
Media timeout.
So after the interception, Fresno State has the football, trailing by 4 here in Reno. Braylon Lux wears the turnover cape after his interception stops a Nevada drive, and Fresno State takes over, down 24-20. All the scoring in the first half. Neither team has added anything here in the 3rd quarter. It's been filled by turnovers. 2 by Nevada, 1 by Fresno State. Haener throws, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Kelly on the near sideline. Let's go back to the Lux interception, the first of his career.
Yeah, you'll just see there he's playing cover 3, but nobody's threatening his 3rd. So he's sitting on the receiver in the flat, and then he realizes I can undercut this route. If the quarterback throws it more down the field towards the corner of the end zone, it's a touchdown. But because he didn't see him, he baited him into it. That was a perfect way to play cover 3. Nobody threatens you, you sit.
2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Quick toss to Mims, and he's out close to the 45-yard line. Robbins knocked him out of bounds. We have not seen Rivers since his 65-yard touchdown run that was called back by penalty.
Yeah, he limped off a little bit. I thought he was just tired, but maybe he pulled something, or, who knows. As it gets cold, the muscles get tight, and so if you're sitting there not doing a bunch and then all of a sudden you break out a long run, that's soft tissue. You can get a little twinge.
Mims has had a lot of experience throughout his career. He's rushed for over 1,000 yards in his Bulldog career. 3rd and 3. Mims up the middle, and a physical finish on this run has him close to the first down, but it looks like he's going to be short. Remember, on Fresno State's last drive, they were stopped short on 4th and 1. They'll go for it again on 4th and 1 from the 46. And this time, Haener will keep it himself and spin forward. We'll wait for the spot. It looks like he has first down yardage.
Yeah, and understand the turnover cape. Going back to the turnover cape, it was created by guys that Coach Inge coached. And so if you look at where it started, he said, Steven Means plays for the Falcons. Khalil Mack, we all know, plays for the Bears. And then Justin Winters. Those 3 guys wanted to come up with more ways to get guys energized around creating turnovers. And so he's bought the turnover cape with him here. Now he calls it the money cape. That's why he saw the dollar signs on it. But that's the whole purpose. The money cape, create something on a money down and get the ball.
5 wide, 5-man pressure with a blitz coming. Cropper has it, and a first down at the 40. Haener paid a price, but stood in and delivered the strike. First down for Fresno State.
Yeah, if he held the ball 1 second longer, he is going to get demolished. But the receiver has to yell, cat, 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 to let him know there's a cat blitz coming from the backside, because he can't see it because it was after the snap. So pre-snap linebackers, all that, you can deal with that. But backside corners, oftentimes you can't see or feel that. So the receiver's job is to yell cat, 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 and the quarterback knows, okay, something's coming behind me.
Nevada coming again on the blitz. Haener backpedaling, buying time, and then throws incomplete. Will this be a flag?
No, he got it past the line of scrimmage, and he was outside the tackle box.
Officials are talking about it, but it looks like they agree with you. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
And there was a receiver going deep. I know he didn't really throw it to him, but he threw in his area, and he got outside the tackle box. But, again, Jake Haener shows that magicianism where he's able to make a guy miss. I mean, it's like playing backyard football at some point. You know, you just have to create, and often quarterbacks, every quarterback can't do what he just did. A lot of guys panic and end up doing something dumb.
Mims in the backfield with him here on 2nd down and 10. Nevada again coming on a blitz. Haener throws down the middle. It's caught by Cropper in stride, inside the 10 and down to the 9-yard line.
That was a great throw, great route, but that was even a better blitz pickup. I mean, look at these linemen shuffle guys through, and then the running back standing in there and taking in the mouth.
Throw to the corner, intended for Pope, incomplete. Robbins in coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. They can.
And Burdell Robbins out there with the swagger. You see it, but that's how you play man-to-man when you know a fade route's coming.
Ronnie Rivers still on the sidelines for Fresno State. We haven't seen him since he had a long touchdown run called back. He was jogging back and forth during the timeout as if trying to test what looked like his left ankle was heavily taped. Here's Kelly on the jet sweep, and he's stopped. Lawson Hall was the first man there. A very short gain, and it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 9 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs, too, are depleted. I mean, what's his name? Alex Aking-Bulu went out, and now you have Nick Abbs, who's their backup right tackle, now playing left tackle.
3rd quarter comes to an end. The 4th quarter will start with a huge 3rd down coming for the Bulldogs inside the Nevada 10. But after a scoreless 3rd, the Wolfpack will take a 4-point lead into the 4th quarter. Fresno State has been outstanding in the 4th quarter this season. Last 2 games, they've outscored their opponents 20-0 in the final frame. Here they start the 4th. Inside the Nevada 10, trailing by 4. Their best offensive weapon on the sidelines in Ronnie Rivers. But a 3rd down and goal from the 9. Haener has Mims next to him in the backfield. Play action, and he wants to throw. Thought about stepping up and running. Now he does escape toward the sideline and dances down to the 5. He's out of bounds there. A field goal does them very little good, and it's far from a sure thing. So I would imagine we'll see them go for this on 4th and goal from the 5.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many opportunities in the red zone this late in the game. And so the way you've been dominating the ball, the way you've been handling the clock.
4th down, goal to go. Fresno State shifting offensively. Bunch set to Haener's left. He drops. He's looking to the left. He's under pressure, and a flag down as Haener goes down back at the 15-yard line. Grizzlick was the man there for Nevada. They finally get to Haener, who's been running for his life much of the night.
And on 4th down, he's got to just throw it up in the air to the end zone. Even if it's an interception, who cares?
Holding, number 75, offense. That penalty's declined. Ball goes over on downs. 1st down, Nevada.
Yeah, and that's Alex Aking-Bulu. He's back in the game now after injury. And, yeah, hands are just up, and that's a tackle. He takes him and throws him to the ground. But Haener has to just let the ball go at that point. Who cares where it goes, if it's picked off? It doesn't really matter at that point. You want to try to give your guy a 50-50 ball. And that's why I said it had to be a play where he's not thinking too much. That was too much time back there thinking. Look at the matchups, motion some guys around, help him figure out the coverage, because in the red zone there's a lot coming, and then they got the pressure on them now.
So now Nevada takes over, and Tawa is stopped. Boy, Fresno State has been stout against the run. Deontay Perry makes this tackle. Nevada's had very little success on the ground in this game. Tawa has been held to 15 yards on 8 carries.
Yeah, and they're trying to run the ball now because they want the clock. I mean, the clock is now, you're basically in kind of your 4-minute offense with 14 minutes to go. You're going to take all the time off the clock. You're going to snap the ball with about 2 to 3 seconds to go. He's going to be real patient and methodical right now.
See those numbers for Fresno State in the last 3 games, only 17 points allowed in the second half. And Doubs drops one right in his hands. The double whammy, to your point, is this one stops the clock. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, and Doubs, he's just, I don't know if it's in his head now. He's just not having a great night of catching the ball. Dropped a touchdown and now dropped an easy slant that he knows he can catch. But like a pitcher that throws a home run ball, you got to forget it and get up to the next guy.
Strong with the hard count there may have forced Fresno State to tip their hand. Looked like they might be coming with a blitz. They are. Strong pumps once, now goes long. He's got a man wide open and it's caught. This could be 6. There's a flag down back behind the play. Horton's in for the touchdown. We'll wait to see about the flag. But Horton with his 2nd touchdown catch of this game if it stands.
Pass interference. Number 37, defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play, touchdown.
So the touchdown stands for Horton.
Yeah, the double move. The DB ran into him trying to slow him down, and that's why he failed.
Correction, number 27.
And that's just a great run after the catch. And that's what they needed. They needed a quick play strike. We hadn't heard Torrey Horton's name called pretty much all night. He hadn't really done anything explosive. But again, another explosive play. Coming into this game, Fresno State, they gave up a bunch. They gave up 2 already today, and now there's a 3rd.
And yet another huge swing in this game. Fresno State gets stopped on 4th and goal from the 5. And Nevada answers with a touchdown just 3 plays later.
And a missed extra point.
Horton takes it the distance. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And Nevada has stretched it out. It's a 10-point lead for the Wolfpack.
Immediate timeout on the field.
20-30. Nevada has taken the lead, and this is why. Big strike play. All you're going to have is a double dig concept on the back, and he runs a stutter go, and it's not even a great stutter. And in cover 3, the corner, and I understand it's cover 3 man, single high safety, but the corner did not need to bite on that. He has to understand where the sticks are and what the concept was. He fell for the hesitation, a little hezzy, and then he got stuck trying to grab him. And if you're going to get a pass interference, you might as well tackle him and push him out of bounds.
85 yards on the touchdown pass. Strong to Horton. The ball's come loose, and another turnover. Nevada recovers the fumble. Cropper gives it away on the kick return, and the Wolfpack have a chance to deliver the knockout punch right here.
That is the absolute worst case scenario. That's just a great job. Put his hand on the ball. That's why you got it high and tight. You got to hold on to it. Montini with a great play. And that's all it is. Turnover after turnover. The pendulum is swung back to Nevada now.
Hard to believe that 4 plays ago, Fresno State was staring at a 4th and goal from the 5 with a chance to take the lead. Now Nevada has the ball on the 19-yard line, already leading by 10.
Yeah, and the big thing about that, though, the returner cannot leave his feet. There was no reason to leave your feet because now you're vulnerable to a big hit like that. And, you know, now you give Nevada, who's already a quick strike offense, a chance in the red zone.
Lee back to the line of scrimmage, perhaps. Langley makes the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 10. But Nevada's already achieved what they needed to on this drive. A couple of first downs at the very least will leave Fresno State with a long field. And
that's what I was saying about the short passes. That tunnel screen, I mean, if you're a good quarterback and a good receiver, that's 10 out of 10. You should complete a non-contested ball behind the line of scrimmage. So you have to do things like that, which is the extended handoff, and that just keeps the clock going.
5 turnovers combined in this game. 3 by Nevada, 2 by Fresno State. Then you throw in that Fresno State has missed 4 fourth-down conversion attempts. They're 2 out of 6 on 4th downs in this game.
And what I like about Carson Strong, too, if you notice what he's doing is he knows I'm getting the play with about 25 seconds. And so he's getting to the line. He's giving himself time to see what Fresno's going to do. When he's clapping, he's telling the center, okay, hurry up, give me the ball. But before that, you see him now, he's telling them the protection. He's now going to back up. He's telling them, hey, I want the ball. That's a fake clap. He wants to have them give him something. Tell me what's going on. And now he's back up and he's creating the play. The coaches give him free reign to do what he does.
3rd and 10. And an absolute must stop for Fresno State. He goes long. He wants Horton, who has it for the touchdown. His 3rd of the game. And the Fresno native has his biggest night of his collegiate career.
Most people run the clock out. Carson Strong says, you know what? You're going to have to score 3 touchdowns, my friend. That is a heck of a throw, but that's a 50-50 ball. That's all that was.
5th touchdown throw of the night for Carson Strong. 3 of them to Torrey Horton, who came into this game with 7 catches in his career for a couple of scores. 3 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, the freshman is having a night. And, I mean, we've seen Torrey Horton, you know, the size, they like him as a freshman. You know, he's tall, he's slim, so that 6'2" frame, right now he's 175, soaking wet with spaghetti in his pocket. But
immediate timeout.
Nevada stretches it out on the 3rd Horton touchdown. It's 37-20. Torrey Horton with a 32-yard touchdown reception from Carson Strong, who's thrown 5 touchdown passes tonight. 3 to Horton, 2 to Cole Turner. Romeo Doubs has been kept out of the end zone, and it doesn't seem to slow this offense one bit.
Yeah, but he still had 109 yards, so that was a quiet 109 from Romeo. But, I mean, he's doing the necessary things that aren't going to be seen in the stat book, which is running the right route, getting his guys open, and then he's forcing the safeties to follow him. And so that's why you're seeing Cole Turner manned up. That's why you're seeing Torrey Horton manned up, because they are worried about Romeo Doubs on the other side running the deep ball. And if I'm a defensive coordinator and I'm saying I'm going to shade my safety one way, I'm going to pick Doubs every time over Horton. And Horton, as a freshman, he's leaving his mark on the program. He's doing things tonight that's going to carry him into the future. And like I was saying before that, I mean, he's 175 pounds soaking wet. And so what's going to happen over these next 3 years? The coaches are going to get him in the weight room. They're going to be able to feed him eventually once they can all hang out together and, you know, have meals together and do all the things after COVID. But he's going to, I mean, if he ends up at 6'2", 200 pounds, he's going to be a force.
Haener throws underneath the Mims. Gain of about 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 7. Tyson Williams with yet another tackle for Nevada.
And understand that, too. I mean, he's young. So when you're a freshman, your body, you haven't even really gotten that grown man strength yet. I remember my freshman year, I was probably 200 pounds. I left 228. So it's just what happens.
Haener throws underneath. Josh Kelly has the reception, but only a gain of 4. And it'll leave them 3rd and short. Kieran Clark makes the tackle. Two quarterbacks have combined for more than 700 yards through the air in this game. Haener gives it inside to Mims, and Mims lowers the shoulder. Once again, collides with Tyson Williams. These two have gotten to know each other well here in the 4th quarter tonight.
Yeah, and Williams, the thing I like about Williams is he's not letting the runner get to him. He is creating the contact. He's meeting him in the hole before he gets going. And you got to do that. If you get him in open space, he has more room to make a move and make you miss. You meet him in that hole, it's mano-a-mano.
Haener steps up, avoids the pressure, and now he'll go down at about the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
And that's like the Oklahoma drill. When you see a safety come up and meet a running back or receiver in the hole, that's that old school Oklahoma drill. You lay on your back, one guy gets up, ball carrier, we got to hit. And that drill alone turned more football players into basketball players than I've ever seen. That's how you know if you really want to play football, when you have to go hit somebody.
2nd and 10 for Fresno State. Haener drops. Throws toward the sideline. It's caught, and that'll be a first down catch by Josh Kelly.
And Burdell Robbins showed a lot of restraint right there, because he could have absolutely launched his body into that receiver on the sideline, but he kind of just gave him the chuck and kept his head up. So that's a smart play, because you don't need any dumb penalties right now. You're up 17. Just let the clock go. Keep him in front of you. That's why they have 2 deep safeties. They're keeping the receivers in front of them.
Haener gives to Mims, and he is taken down for a loss in the backfield by Daniel Grizzlick. And it'll be 2nd down and long, and Nevada appears to be headed toward a needed victory here tonight. They have never played in a Mountain West Conference Championship game. Nobody's played in more of them than Fresno State. The Bulldogs have played in 4 of them. But Nevada's never been there, and they know with a win tonight and a win next week that no matter what happens anywhere else, they will get a shot in the conference championship game, most likely in that case against Boise State.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of all the mathematical equations on who's going to get where. When you can have it in your hand and you're in control of your own destiny, that's the best opportunity you can ask for.
Haener's pass incomplete, intended for Mims, and it'll bring up 4th down for Fresno State. Just 2.5 minutes left, and the Wolfpack up by 17.
And even though Fresno State would have needed help, that's not where you want to be. You don't want to win this game and then still have to hope another team beats another team for you to get in. Fresno or Nevada is going to cover, they're going to have their own destiny sealed if they can win a game next week.
Haener rolls, throws, caught by Pope, and they convert on 4th down. 3 out of 7 now on 4th downs in this game for Fresno State. This one will get them down to the Nevada 30-yard line. And we talked right off the top about the concern for the Bulldogs being rust. They hadn't played for 2 weeks. And I think when you look at some of the things that we've seen, the special teams aside, here's a tip ball that's caught by Cropper down to the 11-yard line. But uncharacteristic mistakes. The 4 missed 4th downs, the 2 botched punts, a missed extra point, and a couple of turnovers.
Yeah, here's the tip right here. And again, a DB that can't catch. You catch that, game's over.
Out of the timeout, Nevada still had 12 men on the field. Haener throws to the back corner, incomplete, intended for Wheatfall. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Millions of kids nationwide are without their normal access to sports and play due to COVID-19. That's why Fox Sports and Good Sports are restoring play for kids and the programs that serve them through donations of brand new sports equipment. Text PLAY to the number on your screen to help keep kids in the game. Haener takes the snap, steps up, avoids the rush. He's still behind the line as he chucks it into the end zone. Tipped and caught.
He is an absolute magician back there in the pocket. Like, I don't know how he got out of there, but then to have the vision to stay downfield, and then the tip ball to Zane Pope.
Catch for a touchdown.
Zane Pope catches this one off of the deflection,
which was the #1 receiver last year. And that was, I mean, look at that. And then to have the wherewithal to look downfield and not just run. And then again, the tip. Burdell Robbins cannot believe it. He was looking like, I know you didn't just catch that.
Terrific catch by Pope on the deflected ball. Haener has his 2nd touchdown pass of the night on his 61st attempt.
Had a little bit of Lynn Swan to it.
And another extra point goes off the upright. And no good. So the lead remains 11 for Nevada.
Yeah, this here is just ridiculous.
A great sense of where the line of scrimmage was.
Yeah, that's a heck of a play. It's a little Lynn Swan right there. concentration came down, made the catch. Ball looked like it might have hit the ground, but he didn't lose control. I just think analytics-wise at this point, your kicker is not good because your starting guy is out. Just like you have not punted since. You had your quarterback punt. You got to change that. You got to look at that and say, hey, let's just go for 2. Because, I mean, we're going to be in the same spot anyway, 26-37 if we get it or not. We're at 28. We're down 9.
The onside kick recovered by Nevada, and that will make most of that conversation a moot point.
Yep.
I saw touchdown drives throughout the night that averaged 75 yards in length and felt like they did a lot of things right and yet just lost the football game. Tower takes it off the left side, and a timeout taken by Fresno State. Strong tonight did throw 2 interceptions. That's not the norm for him. In fact, when we talked to the Fresno State coaches about defending Carson Strong, they said he just takes such great care of the ball. He makes great decisions. Tonight he threw 2 interceptions, but also threw 5 touchdown passes.
But the coaches did say for Fresno that they were going to give him looks so that he is confused or he sees something that, you know, we're going to start off in 2, go to 3. We're going to show 3 and go 2. We're going to show single high and end up in a 2 safety look.
Fresno State.
But I can't imagine they allow Carson Strong to throw it, even though they trust him. They go to Morrow once more. Turns it upfield, and he's going to be short of the first down by a couple of yards. But now 40 full seconds will run off the clock, and they won't have to snap this ball until we're down to 40 seconds. They are going to punt the football here on 4th and 1. They want to give Fresno State any advantage with a shorter field, so they'll roll this one down to the 5. And Fresno State needs 11 points in 25 seconds, 95 yards away.
Yeah, that's going to be, they need a miracle. And we've seen a miracle before, but
I'm not sure I've seen one like this. Haener rolls out, throws, and it's incomplete. Carson Strong with a lot of smiles tonight. Career high 5 touchdown passes. Second and 10 here for Fresno State from their 5-yard line. Haener steps up, throws down the middle, and it's caught. Be a first down catch by Eric Brooks out to the 33-yard line. Haener just continues to rack up the yardage. Unfortunately, it won't be enough. Here he throws to Brooks again. He makes the catch at the 45. And I don't know if they'll be able to get another play off. The clock will start as soon as they get the first down. Sticks moved. 4 seconds remaining right now, and Haener will get one last snap. Against a 3-man rush. He throws it underneath, caught by Mims, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. And a huge win for the Wolfpack, who now sit 1 victory away from a spot in the conference championship game.
Yeah, and when you look at these quarterbacks, one, they both had a good game. Haener did all he could do. The receivers came to play. We didn't see Ron Rivers a bunch because of the injury. But with all the things going on, again, every single game is a blessing. These guys have to be happy with getting this game in the books because we've seen so many that have not happened. But I'm excited to see what happens next week. Carson Strong looks like, I mean, he looks strong. And these receivers now, they found a new kid in Horton, the freshman. So now they have a kind of a Batman, or sorry, a Robin to his Batman.
5 touchdown passes for Carson Strong, 65 pass attempts for Jake Haener. And our final score from Reno tonight, Nevada wins it 37-26. Don't miss an exciting Week 13 in the NFL tomorrow as the Saints battle the Falcons and Jared Goff goes up against Kyler Murray as the Rams and Cardinals collide. For my partner, Ron Johnson, I'm Anthony LaPanta. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of the weekend.